actually have something really practical to talk about today. Yay. Hold on, sorry. Gosh. Welcome, friend. Right. So this is what I stitched out. I'm actually going to show you guys some things I need to change based on stitching it out. Thank you for the like, my friend. All right, so let me get this girl off the hoop, and I'm gonna show you guys what I need to fix. Because this is something I was actually talking about. Last time when I talked to you guys, I mentioned something about like blinds and curtains. I have a good for instance. I got a good for instance because I'm literally gonna show you how to use that exact technique like right now because I forgot to add in those settings in some of my lettering and you can tell a difference with your eyes. So this is a good practical example today on how even I forget to do stuff sometimes, but I can still clock it when I'm stitching it out. I saw it and I'm like, that doesn't look right. So this is my first stitch out. We're gonna have to stitch it out again today after I make all these changes. So let me grab her off the machine. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna give you a little shows and tells here, okay? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so let me pop it off. This is quilt cotton, by the way. That's typically what I like to test on. It's like the most medium. Does that make sense? It's kind of baseline in the middle of everything. It's not the most stiff and it's not the stretchiest. Do I have a pointer? I'm gonna use this pencil, I guess. Oh, I've only got a pointer here. All right. Hey, friend. Oh, it's upside down. But this is going to be on a sweatshirt, okay? I am going to sweatshirt myself. And if you were here for the last live, you'll understand the joke, okay? It's an inside cult thing now. All right. So, on these letterings, especially on this one on the GOD, I totally forgot. Yeah, inside jokes only. That means you have to go watch the replay on the other one if you want to know what we're talking about. I actually forgot to add an underlay that would act like closing the blinds, and then you can kind of peek through on the curtain. I'm going to show you. Hopefully you can see what I mean. Okay. Let's see. This, do you see how it looks a little see-through? This D, the D and O. Oh gosh, she's doing it backwards. The D and the O. See how the little like you can see through? It fans a little bit. Like you can peek through. I did it on purpose because white has a hard time. See that? Right in there? White has a hard time blocking out darker colors. So I knew if I could get this to block out this buffalo, it would work. Now, it did work because if you look at, say, the letter Y or only, or even the L, look, this one's kind of see-through. Can you tell? I could tell. All right. This be looking see-through-y. Even this G, the curve on the G right there, not see-through. But this one kind of seems see-through, right? So when I tell you guys we gotta fix it, tell you how I'm gonna fix it, because I did it on the other ones. Right. It does, but it's not. Okay. Yeah, it's see-through. It's a 4-point. I'm gonna show you. Girl, wear your glasses. Um. Okay. Well, I guess we're not doing glasses right now. Okay, so let's go pop into almost a stitch artist, and I'm gonna show you. What does that mean? What does that mean, college campus? I've already been to college. And I was there so long, they told me to get the hell out. You got too many degrees. Okay, so just so you guys know that the reason why this has a bunch of different colors is for me to keep track of. Okay, obviously, this was all one color. Okay, but I had so many things going on. I needed to know. I had to break it up for myself. It was a lot. It was a lot. You're built like this, the school. You know, if you need, yo, I'm gonna put this here. All right, check this out. That's who y'all need to go check out if you want some custom work done. I believe I can. Can't I pin myself? All right, this is who y'all need to check out if you want something custom done. I simply don't have the time. All right, so all right, I already got sidetracked. Okay, so this is technically a 4-point density, okay? But I'm gonna want this on a sweatshirt. So I also don't want to, one, make too many holes, and two, make the shoelace effect of these satins get tight and like pull it and start to wrinkle. Because if you notice, I did use, is this a, oh, I guess I have to tear away. I thought I had to tear away. This is just quilt cotton and nothing happened. Like, I didn't even stabilize it very well. I didn't hoop it very tight and it still came out crisp. Okay, like a crispy Coke because of how I handled it. So, things that I need to fix right now, and I already fixed it a little bit because I was fixing it while I was running it. That's usually what I do. I stand at my standing desk, you know, and feel like a girl boss and do all these things. All right, let me look at this with. All right, now this will tell me what's going on. All right, you'll notice a few things. Let me get my marker. These. Oh, white is not going to work for me, girl. I want the pink. Okay, here we go. These letterings look a little more like there's like some, right? You can't see so much. It looks like a lot more is going on. Notice how this is like very open. I forgot the underlay and not the underlay in the settings. I forgot my underlay that I make myself. Girl. So let's go ahead and show you what the heck that means, okay? Alrighty, so let's get this, grab this one, right? Because it looks hella not cute. I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste underneath, and I'm gonna change that first one to a fill. Follow me, stay with me, okay? Just stick with me. This is how I'm gonna get it to look how I liked it. And what I'm gonna do is let me go put those stitches. Hold on, turn stitches back on. Oh no, I wanted this one. All right, on this fill, I do not want it to look like that. No, no, girl, not doing that. Not today. I already have a setting set up here for a large satin underlay, which basically is just a sketch fill. Okay. Okay. So if you know how to sketch fill, we talked about that last week. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay attention to the curvature of my satin, right? It's going in this direction here, and it's going in this direction here, right? This is how it's, oh, undo that one. This is how it's easing. So what I want to do is I want my underlay to be different than that. So that way it can hold it up. Because if everything's going in the same direction, it gets tight in that direction. So I don't want it to get tighter in that direction. What I want is I want it to be flat stable, almost like, you know, you're in the 80s and use that crazy ass hairspray. And it freezes it in place. And then my satin can just be this beautiful thing that stitches on top because it's the fancy sheer curtains. So back to, okay, so while this is going in that direction, okay, I'm going to keep that on the screen so you guys can see. This is not an opportune angle for me right now because I don't want them to be the same, right? Because they be going like this and it's going like that. Not the best. What I can do is I can literally just go in a different diagonal, okay? It's a different diagonal. Like, well, it doesn't have to be that crazy. And now this is going to provide stability because according to science, the stitches are going to go this way. Oh gosh, should have got my pad out, drawing pad. So they're not going the same. So they're essentially, it is like building a structure or a foundation that you're going to build like your she shed on, okay? It's got to be good. It's got to be cute. It's got to be nice. So I'm going for opposite, not the same, because the same means bleed blend. Same means that more tension in that direction. And what I actually want is the opposite. Now, don't ask me if I know if this worked. It already worked because I did it on the rest of it, okay? The rest of the lettering, I did that. So I already know the answer. We just have to fix where I forgot to add them in. So that's it. And then I'm just going to bring these in a little bit just because typically your underlay has a bit of an inset, right? Right. Okay. We're all following there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I can even up this to 12. We also talked about density last time. I don't know what density is. We talked about it in the last week, last video. Sheesh. All right. Now I just gotta do some rearranging, okay? Because right now I gotta see and make sure my sequencing is good because I don't want to inadvertently cause a jump or a trim. So I'm gonna start here. This is cool. It ends over there, but now that means I gotta stop here. And then what's going on after that? Okay, so I can move you on the other side. And on this one, I want you to notice, take a note here. She ain't got no underlays, okay? I don't even have lace chips. Got nothing. Okay. But this is the underlay portion for this satin. All I did was an edge run. Hey, Amy. So that's all I did. It's pretty simple, and it actually is not like it's not as quote unquote dense as you people think. Like it's so light. It's great. It's gonna be great on a sweatshirt. I could probably even get away with this on top of a t-shirt. Like I'm going for gold here. And I really like this font, so I might be doing something else in this font because like I love her. She's the best. I like this font a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay. Now let me just go. Now I gotta verify. Let me do some checking because I know there's other places I forgot, like this one, of course. All right, thank you for all the follows, my new friends. All right, again, we're gonna repeat copy. I'm gonna paste it under it to a fill. Going to my quick styles. Also, quick notes, girl. Sorry, sickness has been going through my house, so I'm a little there. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on this. We're gonna take a step back. I'm gonna look here. I'm gonna take this off. I could probably make this get away with a 12. There's no underlay on this, so guys, please take note of that. Okay, no underlay there. Now let's see, where did this go from here to here? And let's see, that should be good because I'm going this way instead of, you know, because the satin's going like this. So again, this is going this way, right? So let's look at what's on top of it. It's going in a different direction. Want that, okay? stability. Also, the other thing too is when you have stuff, literally like points that are going in a variety of directions, the odds that they will fall into the same like stitch holes is less. So it also means like, less tension and shoving stuff into the same exact hole because you don't want to shove too much thread in the same hole. Don't shove too much of anything in a hole, okay? Let's just go with that. All right, now let me fix this where it ends. I think I'm gonna go there, and then I gotta see what I did. Okay, then I'm gonna go from I don't really feel like moving stuff around, so we're just gonna go and insert a travel run because I just don't feel like it. That's what thank you. I was waiting for someone to say that's what she said. Ding, 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 ding. The winner. Okay, at least one alive. There's a that's what she said. Okay. Okay. All right, now let me double check. Okay, let me double check my work because, like I said, I had worked on this prior to. I was like, no, I should save this for the live. Just verify. Yeah, I just gotta just double check these. Oh, there's other thing too. One of these was like hella bulky. I also noticed I don't have any underlay on these I guess what are the peaks? Oh, dumb, on the wrong. This guy. There is no underlay on him either. Okay. And this nose underlay. This is that. There's no underlay on this fella. Also, if you notice, I'll show you a better example. This one also does not, or even this one actually is probably a good one. Let's go in. Let's analyze. And then there's another thing I have to do. So like, I came prepared today, okay? Last week might have been a shit show. All right, so so this one also no have underlay, right? No underlay, ain't nothing in here. I didn't need it because right before it, I have a little bit of a run here. If you click on it, it actually goes underneath the satin. So this essentially is a manual center run underlay. So does it have an underlay? Technically, yes, but it's not one you're going to find in the settings. It's one that I made myself. So I DIY'd that one. Okay, now, okay, so let me. Oh, yeah, I didn't really like. Hold on, I just realized there's something I don't like, and it's this. I don't like you. All right, I'm gonna show it to you guys. I don't like it because it's not like the vibe's not vibing. Oh, Drea. It's not vibing. See that? You can tell there's a little like move opposite. You can see where the satin is. It kind of like doesn't break it up. It's supposed to look like, I got my pen and I did a little. Yeah, no. So I like the rest of it though. So I am just going to simply get rid of this and then I'm going to rinse and repeat that. So I'm going to I'm going to paste this one under. I'm going to drag it on down because, I'm not going to work too hard. Why should I? Now I'm going to go up in here and let me make sure that everything's. Oh, sure. Hold on. Let me see all this. Heard the back. Okay, now let me just make sure they run into each other. Oh, okay, so this one is here. So just delete this and the bottom, or start the bottom. Let's see. Welcome everybody though. Thanks for stooping by. This is prior. Gotta make those two ends meet up. Okay. And then I'm going to move some of these. Look at this. And then this one should be good. Yeah, no, these two should add up. The math is a math in. Okay. It's not mething, it's math. Okay. All right, cool. Save it because I liked that better. And okay, typically people shouldn't be looking this close at your embroidery, but like I need to judge myself because if it I just need to, okay? I always tell people like don't get too crazy and look up close, but like I need to because I'm analyzing it for things that I want to change because there's certain things I'm looking for and has more to do with how it's stitched out than like how it's going to look from, handshake distance. Oh, that okay. No, we're just being nitpicky. Just be. Um, actually, I'll let you guys see what I see. Okay. See what I see. Uh, so we can analyze, so we can judge me together. Group activity. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm looking at, so we can look at it together. Okay, so this is we're gonna do side by sides. Oh, we're getting so fancy today. And you can handle it. Okay. Where's all right, so what I was talking about is there's this. It looks weird to me. Okay. It looks hella weird. And I gotta see why. What was my misinterpretation when I did that? So let me put it there so y'all could see the final product and we're gonna change it. So I don't like oh, that's why. Okay. I was trying that out. Didn't work how I wanted. So we're going to blow this one out instead. Welcome. All right. Oh, this is hella tight. I'm going to blow that out a little bit. I just have to. Okay, so let's delete it though, the other part. Rework this. Okay. I have to reevaluate. Uh, eventually we'll get to stitching this out again, but once I like it, okay, I gotta like it. I gotta love it. Do it till then. Okay, so let me rethink what I'm doing. Okay, so I came down here. Gotta look. Okay. We end there, run all the way down. And then we gotta pick up at this fill. Okay, so I'm gonna just cause I don't feel like it. We're just gonna and I'm gonna change this. Real life problem solving. Right, so this is gonna go. Oh, I don't need to. No, no, I'm not doing that. New plan, new plan. Okay, sorry, changing my mind. All right, so this was a fill that I am not doing. I'm gonna change it a bit. We ended, so if we're gonna end there, I can definitely start my fill here. Ooh, book girly, me too. Samesies. All right, okay, that's better plan, better plan, better plan. Then I'm gonna go from here to here with a single run. Yes, yes, this is creating a center run underlay. Let me make sure, okay, I have an edge run. I guess. But we are going to instead start at that little nubbin so that way I can do center run underlay, then the column. Okay, what did that change for me? What's after that? Oh, nothing. Okay, fine. We move on to the next letter after that. Okay, so save. And all right, let's continue to look and judge. Look, not under there. I think my manual under out smidge. So let's go and see if I didn't already deal with that. Bill. Okay, now that coming. So we're gonna up this to 10. Take off that. Okay, and then start it there. Why? As I said, start there. Okay, now let's shrink a dink it in a little bit. We gotta act like there's an onset. Okay, so let me hoop this. Actually, that's not in the direction I wanted to go. I'm gonna change that. Okay, I'm gonna change that because we have it in the same direction. So let's go like this. We'll start what down there. Let's see. All right, that's okay. And now, so we will redo. Okay. All right, save that. Okay. So that fixed that. Back to the judgment board. Why is it through? Hold on, I gotta check this Y real quick. Like this through. I don't know if that was the machine error or not, but we gotta investigate. We are investigators. All right, let me take this off. And that did not work, so switch directions. That'll probably be good. All right, this should fix it. Save. And now all right, yeah, this was one that was all messed it up. Look, you like that because I didn't put anything under. This is why white is like the biggest judge ever. It's so judgy. White thread's judgy, but it allowed me to see what I needed to fix. So this looks a little tight. Let's check it out. We're just being hella picky right now. Okay, that's what's happening because I'm gonna give it another run, and I don't want to be doing like multiple of these. So no, thank you. I don't have to redo it too many times. All right, and then I'm gonna actually change this density to lighten it up a little bit so it's not so tightums. And then we're gonna pull you back in a little, lady. Check, make sure whatever's preceding that is Gucci. Golden. Gonna be golden. Okay, let's see. Right, let's be judgmental some more. Another thing I noticed down here is like this right here. I didn't like this overlappy. This U is bugging me, and the U transitioning to the letter D in judge. Okay. So we're gonna do some investigative work here. We're gonna turn off so we don't see any of these. I'm just gonna do it like this. This is just seeing like this esqueleto. Okay. Oh, and then this over here too. This was doing too much. So we gotta yeah, you were doing a little much there. So okay, so where you go? All right. Save. Turn them stitches back on. Y'all don't forget you can watch these replays. The YT streets. All right. Now, I also noticed I also with the M. Right there. So let's see why I don't like it. Oh. What's that? Oh, I think it's stuck. My bun was stuck. I just got it. Already like that. Okay. Let's see. Let's move her in a little more. Okay. See, this is how I tell y'all that your embroidery machine is gonna be the biggest teacher because it shows you where all your flaws are once it stitches it out. And then the eye is fucking great. That little dotty dot. I mean, those are really all buggy. I don't know why, but this line just doesn't look consistent with the thickness. Okay, we're just getting. This is where I get too in the weeds. This right here, it ain't even. It's not even. So we're gonna. On. This one looks a little. Hold the phone. I'll make this a little wider. Put out a little bit. Okay. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was double checking. Let me make sure. Because we're gonna test this out again. We're gonna see. Take 2 on this. Let me get my flat jump drive. All right, I'm gonna jump drive. This is gonna go on an 8x9 hoop. We're gonna showcase the Janome MB7 today. Girl, it's not the time. Oh, all right, cool. Okay, what else are you doing? Oh yeah, we're saving. So, all right, hold on. File, save stitch file as. Oh, we're gonna work on Sylvia next. Don't you guys worry. We have a new inside joke, okay? And her name is Sylvia. So let's see. But actually, I can drink. Oh, I gotta get some of my coffee. But first, we do this. And then I'll just program a machine to just only do white again. But the reason why we have 3 color changes on here is literally for me. So I can keep track of the things and in the order that they're going in. So, like for instance, right here, right? Blue, God, red, black only, and then this is the script underneath. So I need to know in my mind which order they're going in because it matters. Okay, so let's get the machine going. Okay, got my hoop set up. All right, so this is me doing a half peach job. Half-ass. I mean, so if I can successfully get this to be done using one butt cheek, you guys should be able to, if you use all of your power and do it correctly, it'll look even better than mine. Okay. So if I can do this half-assed, you can do it great full-ass. Okay. I feel like it's wild. Okay. It's like literally barely enough size. So it is what it is. All right. Let's get her on the machine. I'm also gonna need y'all to know, let me know if it's gonna be too loud, like if the machine's gonna bother us, because it is left adjacent, like it's right there. So we're gonna have to see what happens. If not, I'm gonna have to mute myself while I work. Y'all let me know. All right, so let's let her rip, as they say. All right, so that's gonna be the live view for y'all. Ready to go. Do I like this machine? No, I love it. I've never bought that thread, so I don't know. I don't have an opinion. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear it? Is it annoying? Okay, I'm gonna put my headphones in because I'm really close to the thing and I'm trying to save my hearing. Okay, it doesn't matter because like I don't need to hear you guys. Weird thing to say. All right, friend, just give me a moment. I'm trying to see if I can find a better mic setting. So, no, I still hear it. Did this one work? All right, I think this one's the wiener. All right, we're going to move on to a different design. You guys kind of got a little sneak peek of it. We're moving on. Let me get it. This one's also going to be free, okay? All right, so this is my take on Not Today Stan. I realized we need a female version, and this was inspired by someone I got into it with in the comments. Thank you for the inspiration, Sylvia. You a real one. And the way I set this one up right now is the horns are 3D puff. I got to work on the Not Today. And I was also trying to do the same thing with the columns. So let me show you how terribly this went. And hey, I don't care. I'll show y'all. We're here to be honest, okay? This one was a damn mess. The test for this one? 2 out of 10. So even I have my failures. See this? This is Drea testing something new out. The 3D puff did work. I realize it is hella tiny. She's tiny. I want it to be bigger, but I do love this flame. Okay. And then I changed up some things. The reason why this is literally the way it is because that meant my machine could not create a satin that wide. All right. I hit what is called the stitch length limit. And so I had to redo this. So because of that, this is why I had to do over. But we're going to test her out as well. We'll see how that goes today. But yeah, for sure. We're focusing on Not Today first. Ooh, let me know in the chat. Do y'all think I should do Not Today a different color? Or should it still be black? I almost feel like it should be the same color of whatever I'm going to stitch it out onto. So, like, if I'm going to put this on a crop top and the crop top's hot pink, I should make Not Today in hot pink. Because then people got to look real close to see, like, why does it say Sylvia? Sorry, I'm petty. Okay. Trying to grab a guide. All right, so that's the. I might go not and then today. All right, let's play around with this font. Oh, just so you guys know, backstory about this, I did use the True Type font button. And because of that, it came out like this. So if you guys saw the live last week, we talked about how I don't use them as they come and why. So I'm not going to go over that again. I'm instead just going to like get into it. You know what I'm saying? So let's just start building shapes for this letter. You can do it a variety of ways. I'll show you how to do it with level 1 right now. This is supposed to be like a typewriter font, I think, for me. Drawing with columns is a level 2 function. You activate that by pressing the letter C and having level 2 on your computer. Now, creating a branch, which pretty much just means that it puts together all of the underlays for all of the shapes that you have prior to it stitching out the satin. Level 3 function. I'm going to use that right now. All right, y'all look at that for a minute because I'm gonna do something fine. Hey, welcome back. It's like been a week since I've seen you, Rissy. Hopefully I said that right. Or is it Reese? Like Reese's cup? Oh, man. Don't get me started. I got a bowl of those next to me. Okay, so this is what we are test stitching today. We'll check back on it in a minute because we made some adjustments. But the reason why I cared about this is because these particular letters are the ones that I was fixing and correcting at the beginning of this live. Let's get 100 view perspective of what we're doing. This is also going to become another inside joke. So if you are a regular on these lives, yes. Oh, yay. I'm so glad the channel has been helpful. Also, you know, the same deal. Same thing from today will be over there soon. Last week's I just uploaded, but I got a curveball. I didn't know I was going to get sick. Or I would have had it up there sooner. I am. Thank you. I'll make sure to get a coffee today because that was my way of saying, oh, I needed something warm. Then I wore my day drinker shirt. I mean hoodie. Oh, okay. Oh, it even has a. I found this from a girl on TikTok, and oh, years ago. Yay! And you know what? Funny thing is that they usually have a good deal. You can go back and watch this on my channel. Okay. Ooh. Hans went into her. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm a sucker for a bundle too. Like I bought what was it, like the Ace Rewind when it came out because they totally pressured me psychologically and they were like, "Hey, um we're going to take it off intro pricing." And I was like, "I cannot have that." And so I bought it. So I totally get it. Oh, dang. I'd have bought it too. I didn't even know. I missed it. Or is it still going on? Wait, do I have that? I'm going to have to go look. I'm going to have to look. Is it still on sale? I should know this, right? I'm supposed to know this. Don't tell them. Don't tell my boss. Oh, dang it. Hold on. I got to open up a side tab on the other side and let me see. Let me do some research. I think I do have this. I feel. Hold on. Oh, see, when I bought mine, I got a combo of essentials and font collection one. So I got gypped. I did not get font collection two offered to me. This was also like 10 years ago. So like I said, maybe they didn't have font two back then. I don't remember. Oh, and by the way, it is on sale till February 2nd. So what is that like? Monday? Maybe? So you guys have the weekend if that's something interesting to you. I'll just show you real quick what I'm talking about. Can't show you guys too much, or this platform gets mad at me. I understand this looks crazy, okay? But bear with me because I don't feel like using level 2 drawing with columns to make the letter O, so I'm gonna just do a hole. I normally don't tell people to cut a hole out of something, but it's the letter O. It has to be round in a circle like a donut, so I feel like it's okay. Not to sidetrack. Okay, let me. Okay, I have to wind my bobbin, so y'all entertain yourselves till I do that because I just ran out of bobbin thread. And on these, I'll show you it. I'm not gonna be able to talk because my microphone's like hella far away, but I'm gonna show you guys the big ass metal bobbin that I get with these. The only thing is like you have to wind it yourself, but the machine's super fast and it can do it on the side, so it's like I'm cool with it. And they last forever. I can't tell you how much stuff I stitched out before I actually had to change this bobbin. BRB. Thank you for liking it while I was gone. I mean, I'm still waiting for the bobbin to wind. Actually, get my glasses because I'm trying to get a headache. Oh, gotta wash them. They're foggy. Bobbin told me it's done. Oh, so nice. Okay, I'll do that. She's big. It's like the biggest bobbin I've ever seen. It's like a bobbin. Pretty big. I know it doesn't seem big, but like other bobbins are so much smaller. I wish they were all like this. Jumbo. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. Unless we're talking about my man. That's my man's, my man's, my man's. I'm not sharing. We'll check back on her in a minute. Back to working on knot. There's one thing I'm going to tell you, and it's that when you start to see these repeat shapes, like since this is a typewriter font, I'm going to get a lot of these weird, I don't even know, squovels. I will be using them again. Ooh. Did you get some fun new stuff or just a little like refresh? Coming in with a level 2, drawing with columns. Oh my god, I've been there. Actually, I'm still living in that reality. Not gonna lie. Except I have to like go to my garage every time I need a supply or spool a thread. I had considered getting an office space and I was looking into office spaces, but then like last year I just throwaway year. Wasn't in the cards, but like that was my dream. Me too. I am so sick of it also. Great joke. I love punny jokes. Oh, good. I need to get back into making them. I'm actually working on one right now because I told myself I was gonna do go back to. I was gonna make all my freebies for the year in January, and guess what? It's the 29th. But my first one is gonna be it's just violently domestic. It basically has a pie with a knife in the middle. Yeah, the freebies. I also were gonna do some freebies that expanded on strawberry shortcake. I was gonna do the other friends too. Was gonna be some, but I'm gonna sprinkle them out throughout the year. We'll see how it goes. But I don't know, some retro-y things perhaps. I know how to digitize logos. I don't do custom digitizing. But I'm gonna tell you the same thing, Denise. Check out my friend. That's where you want to go for custom work. That looks excellent. It's quite literally the only person I refer out to. All right, so let's see here. All right, so question is, to do what I'm doing, do you need different softwares? You can do what I'm doing. So right now I've used a combination of things, all of which are Stitch Artist. Now, can you use Stitch Artist level 1 to do all these things? Yes. It just requires a little more elbow grease, okay? But you could do it. Level 2 things I've done so far is using the drawing with columns, which is like this. You draw side to side and it makes a satin, right? But could you still make a satin the other way? Yes. Look, I could do it the same thing. Same Z's and then apply a satin to it, right? I'm just saying, it's just more than one way to skin a cat. The other thing too is when you unlock um oh, I mean you can't you wanna be? I don't have one. I am the mod. Don't tempt me. I just need to know how to do it. But there's kind of like a little bit shortcuts. You get little shortcuts, cheat sheets, things that make things a little bit faster when you start to get into different modules. But technically, you could just use level 1. You just kind of like level up and get stuff to make you either be faster or draw in different ways or get different pathing tools. But you can digitize in level 1. I did that for 2 whole years before I even got level 2. And the reason why I got level 2 was because I just wanted a setting in the fill section. And I went for it. That was it. Okay, I already forgot what I was doing. I mean, just say the word, girl. You want to, hey, you want to commit to me and be a mod? You let me know. I think my husband's my only moderator. And he's not even on the live. How dare him? Hello. I want to fire him. All right, let me go deal with this letter N. N. See, look at you. You're even like telling everybody hello. Technically they have Chanel over on the tube, but so that's me my opinion how I feel about it. Almost fell asleep watching it. There's Chanel. So no, there's not like quote unquote official training videos. Mostly the way people learn is through other people teaching. So like for instance, I'm an affiliate. I show people how to do that. I do that here on the Ticker Talker. Hey, how you doing, girl? Much love. I've been here every Thursday for a month now. I'm so excited. I'm proud of myself. So like come visit me now on Thursdays. Okay, anyways. To learn this, you can go through one of the people. There's actually a few people that do teach. Like it's not just me. One that does get a lot of people also is Lisa Shaw. What the hey? Maybe because I always get in trouble, girl. I'm always doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, so that's probably why I get kicked off the FYP. That's pretty on a regular basis. Lisa Shaw, myself, um, there's you do pretty much like videos. Alicia Shaw has like a Facebook group and stuff. They also have a Facebook group for this. It's like Brilliant Embrilliance or something. And then there's one specifically for stitch artists. And people will like snap pictures and be like, hey, these are my settings. Help me with like XYZ. Right. I'm gonna preface that though. Lisa Shaw is the OG. Usually what happens is it'll depend on who you vibe with at the end of the day. Because I get a lot of defectors. So you know, if she's not making stuff that's like interesting to you, that's usually when people end up finding me. That's pretty much how it goes. But she does have a lot of useful information. You just have to watch it. And then what your job's going to be is to figure out how you apply that to what you're doing. So it's a little bit of legwork. Not impossible, but it's just a different way of doing things. Yeah, she has the what is it called? Vimeo. Oh, I don't know if she still does, but yeah, she has a thing. I know she also does like in person stuff. Don't know where that's at, guys. Okay, you won't be fine catching me outside. But I know she does those. Oh, okay. Let's segue to that. That's a good question. Okay, I'm gonna show you how how you can do it. We'll do it. Let's segue. Wait, let me hold on. I'm gonna hide that because it's technically not um not in Stitch Artist anymore. So let me change that. Okay, on Brilliance, but this is going to be. All right, let me put. So this one is. All right, yeah, let me just change my label so we can all. Because remember, these go on the replay. I'll put these over on my Chanel, okay? Girl, what did you just write? Hold on. Oh, that's why. I'm going to show you a way to do it with Essentials, and then I'm going to show you a way to do it with Enthusiast. Is either one more correct than the other? Now they're just different tools, and then you decide what is most important to you. Oh no, that's such a bummer. I'm sorry. I have no control over that. I'm sorry. I would, what's the thing? Like for future reference, just look on Thursday mornings. That's what I'm trying to do. I think the only exception is going to be the week of Valentine's, and that's just because I have my mama's coming into town, okay? And so I'm going to be a little busy. All right. Sorry. More over here. Okay, so all right, here we go. All right, this is what I wanted to do. Okay, so we can all be understanding that I am in Embrilliance now. Okay, I'm not inside of Stitch Artist. I'm not doing that no more. We are doing something else. Okay, step 1: open a Feltie design. Now, I would say that you can just pick one. Let me find. I'm gonna find an oldie but goodie, and I'm gonna save it. Hold on, file. I'm gonna save Stitch file. I'm gonna save it on my desktop. All right, save. This one's a freebie, okay? If you want it, you're gonna have to go find me on the FB. All right. All right. Step 1: get your Feltie. I'm gonna open mine. Okay, open. From my desktop. All right, here we go. Okay. Next thing you need to do, make sure you have your hoop on. So we need to see this hoop. How do you do that? You toggle hoop by H. Well, if you don't have one, just put something there. Like write a letter or like use text or something. Don't worry. All right. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to see. All right. What was it? You gave me, I think, some specs, didn't you? All right. Let's do a 5x7. So I'm going to go ahead and find the 5x7. Oops. Too far. Okay. All right. So here's how it looks. The rule of the game is to stay within the hoop. All right. Okay, good. All right. We're on track. Now I'm going to go ahead and start to put it wherever you want, okay? It's fine. Just put it somewhere. And then how you arrange it's going to be up to you, okay? Some people like to do little puzzle pieces. I'm very symmetrical, okay? Just this part you do how you do. And I'm just going to copy and paste. And let's say, yeah, it's probably as much. I'm gonna leave yourself as much room as you feel is comfortable for you. Now I'm going to select both of these. And then I'm going to show y'all. Let me get my little marker. Okay, I have to do it. All right, so over here. Oh, just kidding. Okay, so right here, this is the alignment tool. All right. So with both of them selected, or you could do Control A for all. I'm going to come up here to what I told you. We now get this little feller. Now what I'm going to do is this tells you how to align it, okay? So if I want them, if it's just me, okay? I have to be even, Steven, okay? I just have to do it. So I want them to be aligned. You can pick different alignments, okay? It'll align at the center going across horizontally. The ones at the top are vertical. So if you want it centered vertically, you choose the center at the top. You can choose multiple of them, okay? If I had more, center on page, all kinds of things, okay? You play with that. And I'm going to say apply. Now I know that these are even. My next thing is then I like to come up in here, okay? Because these are your coordinates. All right, this is the X value, and I go to 0 because I want it in the middle. It's just what I do, okay? Next, I'm going to do what? I'm going to copy and paste. And now that I got a new one, oh, shoot. I'm sorry, it was telling me I was copying pasting over there. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the down arrows, okay? I'm just going to move it. Move it down. And I already know these are aligned, okay? I didn't drag. If you drag it, you're gonna have to realign it, get back in that align and distribution function, okay? I don't got time for that, so I'm not gonna be doing that. Now I'm gonna copy and paste again, and then same thing. All right, now this is like, I'm gonna just select all, and I'm gonna come up to the top, okay? And we're gonna do, it is a faux leather, felt, or vinyl embellishment. I will show you a picture of how some people use them. Okay, just one thing at a time. We'll get to it, Denise. Thank you. Great question. And now I'm going to go ahead and I want you to see this button here. Okay, click it. It centers it. And now everything's cool. The next thing, though, is something that I like to do, and this is just me being nitpicky, okay? You don't have to think this hard. Now, I start to think, right? So this is 1, this is 2, but I want this one to be 3, but it's really 4. So I'm gonna rearrange things, okay? Move it earlier. And then I want this one to stitch after. Hold on real quick. Always answer the phone when your mom calls. That is me. Okay, so mom, always answer. Husband, always answer. School, always answer. Okay. All right, now we're going to do a utility color sort. And we're going to go to new view, which y'all can't even see because, you know, she's got this thing in the way. And we hit new view. And now, okay. I got label stuff, okay? Because she just cannot keep track of stuff. Now, when I expand it in the objects panel, okay, where is that, you ask? Right up in here. Oh my god, why is white always the default? I disagree. Okay, so up in here is the objects panel, and now if you notice, they are all what's called color sorted. Okay, meaning that all of the lipstick roses will be stitching out together, and all the black will be stitching out together, as though, you know, they were not really 6 different things. Yes, let me show you, okay? Let's do a hypothetical. So look, this is how it's going to stitch out. When I slide this bar around, this is a simulation of what's going to happen. So the first thing, all the placement stitches, right? And then look, it's going to do the hat, followed by the details and the stars. See how it's doing everything in correct order? So like all of the in dollies are going to stitch out together. Keep it all organized. This is just organization. And then these little stars. And then we trust will be like that. Doo-doo. And then it'll do the finishing on all of them. Okay. So that's how you do it. Then now you would just do file, save stitch file as, and then you would like, I'll just replace this and then say, yeah, that's what I wanted. And now I could just put that on my stuff and use it. I swear I just heard something. I'm hearing things. All right, so that's one way to do it. Let me go ahead and segue real quick and answer the question of like, what's a Feltie? And then I'm going to show you how to do it with essentials. It's a little faster. Okay, it's a lot faster. Oh, come on. But it is easy. No, stop thinking it's hard. It's not, okay? Trust the process. That's it. It's gonna be a little weird the first time, but you'll get the hang of it. All right, now let me show. Let's do a show and tell of what a Feltie is. Now, these are not my pictures, okay? Oh no. No, do it the easy way. All right, so these are not my pictures. These are from this is from a customer that I have, or I had. I don't do this anymore. When I used to make them, and sell them by the sheet. This is what they would make with them. Okay. So like this, that's a Feltie. And it was on a cup cozy because it's cute. Okay. This ghosty is the Feltie. Okay. That's how it is. And see, when I tell y'all I work with small things, this one's 2 inches tall. Okay. So when I tell you I'm the tiny queen, I don't just mean because of my height. I also mean because like I like to do tiny decorative things. It's just we were all given a gift. This one so happens to be mine. And if you want to see how does it look, here's a for instance. This one is stitching out. This is how it looks when it's on the machine. Okay. This is one too. Also done by me. Yes, it is. And this is what it would look like off the machine, right? And then you got to cut it out. Oh, see. Let's look at some other ones. They also use these on Kindle covers. Do I have a picture of that? Like I have one too. Someone made me a crocheted. Oh, here's the dolly. Look, I'm gonna show you what the dolly looks like. Okay, because we were just talking about it. This is how she looks. Whoa, girl, whoa, ah, 100%. What is happening? Oh, getting too crazy. Oh, I could have just done that. Oh, I felt so. Oh, well, that was me working on one. Apparently, she's not even. Oh, here we go. This one is the book sleeve. There you go. My favorite. All right. This is also a Feltie. It has felt on the back, so you can like hot glue it and stuff. Girl, people do use them as earrings. I have also. Okay, here's the thing too. All right. It's my show. We're going to do whatever I feel like. Let me show you some earrings. I actually want to get back into doing earrings. No, stop tempting. Let All right, I'm gonna be showing you some hella cute earrings, okay? Like, 1 minute. Check out these tiny earrings. Oh, Drea, wrong one. Look at these. They're so cute. I did these. These are freestanding lace. Can you also do that? Yes, you can. We'll have to have a whole show on that. Okay. Because yeah, I and then I have some that are fun, and these like you either get it or you don't get it. Okay. If you don't get it, can't help you. We're just not the same. I also have these ones. I think they're so fun. Here's the thing though. Like I would actually instead of using as earrings. Oh. Girl, you can also replay, don't forget. I would also like to use these like as like bag charms. I've been getting into charms or like if y'all ever seen my probably don't, okay? If you follow me on my alt account, I do a lot of DIY bookmarks. Let me show you. So here's a book I did. Okay. She did the bookmark. I do this every time I read a book, okay? I feel like those freestanding lace things would be hella cute, like as charms, because I don't wear big earrings like that. But yes, bag charms. But how cute would this be? Because this is like bag charm, but like extra, like cozy girl. What is it called? Like cottage core. I don't know, whatever it is. That stuff, whatever's trendy. I feel like that would be fun, right? So, all right, I'm gonna make a note for myself. Um, I'll get something together and we'll try to do bag charm. We'll do this, but as a bag charm next week. Drea, find a piece of paper. I have to show you my post-its, okay? Because there's like whatever. Okay, I'm gonna write on one of these little piggies. All right, so next I freestanding lace bag charms. Oh my gosh, so good. I'm gonna start. I should do that because I need to do more bookmarks. Well, here's the thing. The charm and the earrings, it's the same. It's just the size, but it's all the same. It's all the same. Don't worry. Don't worry about it not being earrings. It's all literally the same. All right. So I got my little piggy sticker. It's all the same. Don't worry. All right. And if you can't, don't worry. You can catch me on my Chanel. Oh, I have a on my Chanel. There's a how-to. It is Santa Claus, but it's basically the same. TikTok. Oh, and I think I have TikTok about that. I'm pretty sure I have a TikTok on how to do it. I know there's a Chanel video because I did these in it. So if you catch that on my Chanel, you'll see how I made these. Now, I think when I did it on TikTok, um, yeah, this is what I did that one Christmas because I was like hella crazy. These are all the ones that I did. But here's the thing. See, look, they're so small that you can use these. Yeah, my Chanel. Okay, because if not, I get bumped off FIP. I have to say Chanel. Um, these are so tiny. Like, look at them. They're not that big. They're on these tiny little hangers. They're not that big, so you could easily just use these as a bag charm, or even I'm gonna use mine as a bookmark charm. So I'm gonna come up with some. I'm probably gonna do book related stuff. I'm not gonna lie, a dragon book, something related, so I could use it for myself later. So we're probably gonna do something book related or book adjacent. And then I'll show y'all how I do this. And then really, it's just the size. It's just the size that will make the difference between it being for like a keychain or like earrings. You'll have to decide how large or how dainty you want them to be, right? Because These ones are pretty small, right? The stockings. And then some like this are also real narrow but tall, but you still see the spider. But mainly what makes it is the loop at the top. That's what makes it either be for see these this is what you need for either an earring or a charm. It doesn't matter. So that's why I said you could do it multi-purpose. Do whatever you want. Use it for all the things. Okay. They're not all here because I can't. There's not a lot, not long enough format for them. But like I said, it's in my Chanel bag. Okay, let's try this again. Let me delete all these things and I'm going to show you now. We're doing this with Enthusiast, okay? Which is a different module. Now with Enthusiast, you just need to start off same way. 1 Feltie. Yeah, I think that's better. All right, 1 Feltie. Step 1, get a Feltie. Next, with it selected, head up to Utility. And then right above my head right here is Instant Repeat. Click it. You will get this lovely box, okay? Now I'll move it to the side so you can see what's going to happen. Now it's saying, all right, we're going to repeat this design. You have your choices are how many times across, meaning, you know, columns, and then down is basically rows, okay? So I'm going to do 2, and notice now, there's 2. And then now I'm going to go down. How many? I did 3 on the other one. The only thing with this one though is it doesn't make the spaces like they're on top of each other. So what you have to do is there are other settings. So check her out. Right here and here, you have horizontal. It is a nice feature. That's why I paid for it because I was doing like 600 designs and having to manually move it like I showed you the first time. I said, hell no. So I just bought this because it was worth it. Okay, time is money. Now, for your horizontal space, that's like how much of a gap do you want? I used to do 20 or 22. Oh, 20. Oh, not 100. Ooh, that's a bit much. And and then if you don't like it, you can literally just move these little arrows, look, till it's right in. Keep it in your hoop, okay? Now it's so easy. It is annoying, and I did it. I did it forever. I did it for about 500 of them. Yeah, so it was horrible. All right, so now I'm going to say okay. You'll notice again in our objects panel, right up in here, okay, we still have 6 of them. And if I were to expand on any of these, it's basically they're still individuals, okay? We're not into individuality here. We want them to have some groupthink. So what I'm going to do, same thing, which this is going to be an essentials function. Okay, so this requires 2 modules. First was enthusiast, so that way we could get that menu where you're able to add the columns and rows kind of thing. And the other is in essentials, you will color sort. So now select all, okay? Utility, color sort, click it. Now you will say, look, it says the design page has been reduced by 35 color changes. Thank you, Jesus. And now we say new view. And now when we open it in that objects panel, everything is sorted properly. So in order to do it the fastest way, you technically have to have both enthusiast and essentials. If not, you can do it with only, if you had to pick one, you'd have to buy essentials because you can only color sort in essentials. But if you want to go más rápido over here and just go like Speedy Gonzalez, you're going to need to have the essentials and the enthusiast. Okay. That's the end of that, my TED Talk. I hope that answered the question. You can also do that for anything else. Like, guys, it doesn't just have to be Feltie. Think of other things that you would do this for: keychains, bookmarks, even patches. Like, let me steal a patch for myself. Oh shoot, I need to publish this one. Whoops. I did this like so long ago. So, good question. That's a good question. Okay. So, let me explain. Okay. So, right here, this arrow that's selected, this is how you can use everything that's pretty much not Stitch Artist. Okay. So, that's enthusiast essentials, even your density repair if you have that one. I'm trying to think what else. Your lettering, but the lettering's like an Embrilliance thing. So yeah, pretty much non-Stitch Artist, we use this pointer button to have it activated. Now, if you want to get into Stitch Artist, you got to hit this other cursor like this. Now, if you notice, all of this stuff changed. These are all Stitch Artist buttons. So when you are inside of the select objects mode, which again, oh, wrong screen, is this one. It'll do all whatever you have installed, enthusiast essentially. All the other stuff, non-Stitch Artist related, they're gonna be available for you in your drop-down menus. That's what I was seeing here when I was showing you guys. You'll see them. And pretty much what happens is as you add more serial numbers, your utility list basically gets longer. Oi, it gets longer. You get more options. That's what's like happening down here. Okay. Hopefully that made it make sense, or I just like said that super long winded. All right, so now let's do the same thing. We're going to export this file, save stitch file as. I'm going to save it to my desktop just because it's what we're doing today. Put it somewhere where you know where it's at, okay? Always very important. Open it back up. Now, all right, I'm going to say we have a different size hoop, okay? So now we're going to, oh wait, I mean, went too far. All right, let me get a different hoop. Okay, let's say you have a, what is it, 6, where's the 6? Oh, 610, 610, 610. All right, here we go. Let's pretend we have a 6 by 10. Same thing. Put it in this corner. Okay. And now when I copy and like paste this patch design, I pretty much would have to like, since it doesn't really fit, I'd probably have to do something along the lines of this. Probably not the best hoop size for this, but y'all get the idea. Like you can literally move these however you want. Like you can do and line them up as much as you want, as close to, actually you can put these close together because those are just let's just attack down. As long as them satins don't touch, I could easily do that. Yeah, it wouldn't matter because those get cut off. And then same thing, right? In order to color sort file, save stitch file at, oh no, color sort utility. Oh my god, Drea. Color sort. Oh damn, she's this crazy thing. All right, now it says the design has been reduced by 39 color changes. New view. Now when we view it, notice that it's all broken up into the order it's supposed to. Now let me tell you how this shit's gonna go awry. Okay, if in your color over here, see all these colors? If you have some that are the same, like let's say for instance, we'll do it. We're just gonna mess it up because why not? We can do whatever we want here. All right, I'm gonna delete these. I'm just gonna do 2 just so I can show you guys how this can go wrong. Thank you for the roses, friend. Because you need to know how what happens when shit hits the fan too, right? How do we get out of it? How do we dig ourselves out? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to on purpose change some of these colors, okay? Let's see. I'm gonna make this just gonna mess it up with some. Okay. And then okay. Stick with me. All right, and then I need to do this one. I'm gonna show you how it's gonna get all fucked up. Okay. And then I also did it for oh yeah, it was the windows. It was like that coral color. All right. Let's pretend that the person who sold this to me, like they weren't thinking about the fact that someone's going to color sort this, right? And they just repeatedly used the same exact code of color, like literally, you know, whatever it is here, like 1101 ivy green more than once instead of saying like using spring green, emerald green. Like there's so many green options, okay? They use the same exact one in two different parts of our order of operation, okay? Which for me is going to be doing it for the flame and then doing it for the edge. Now, what happens when I color sort this is utility. Oh my God, where's she at? Why am I trying to save the image? I don't even know. And now it says, okay, we're going to reduce it by 15. But when I open it up and expand now, check it out. That's not going to work for me. Things are getting grouped up that should not have been grouped up together and should have instead been different steps in the color sequence. Now that's how you get a problem. Just be aware. Here's the thing. I can't guarantee it, right? I don't know who you're going to buy these from. If it's not from me, I can't guarantee. But I will tell you this. If it's something that I did, I always digitize with the assumption that somebody's going to color sort it later. It's just how I work. Personal preference. But that's how things will get messed up. So you would have to go in and make sure that you change all that up, which is such a pain in the ass. So it's just better if they don't do that to you in the first place. Okay. All right, let's get back because if y'all didn't notice, it got quiet. It got quiet because our thing got done tishing out. Okay, she done. Let's get her off. Drop it. Drop it. All right. We're going to do what we did before, and we are going to judge her. I know it says don't judge, like, you know, only God can judge me, but like Dre is about to judge herself. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Now, I already don't know if you guys remember, but I remember what I didn't like. So, okay, this is better, but I still don't like some things. So, up in here, I'm not a fan of that little separation, so I'm going to fix that. And then I noticed something's peeking out there. I don't know. It could possibly be my machine had an error, but I don't know. We'll have to find out. And I'm also wondering, that doesn't look like a triple run. Is that a jump? Let me go. I got to see back to check my reference here. Go back and check these things. Okay. No. Weird. Okay, my machine fucked that one up. She done messed up. Thanks, machine. Appreciate ya. I feel like this should be thicker. Personal preference. I just not doing it for moi. Okay, and now I know I said I didn't like this. This looks better. I didn't like how it was before. I also didn't like the you and the judge. It looks better to me. Oh, I also didn't like this. I like it better now. Before it was strange. Which here I'll just show you guys if you don't recall, I will show you because I have it right next to it. Unhoop it. This is like real time live working, and this is like 2 hours in, you know? Crazy. All right. Whew, these are all it's all crazy. I think I kind of wanted to make this when I do it on a sweatshirt. I think I want to make it monochromatic. Like I'm gonna make the thread that I use will be the same color or very similar to the color on the shirt. Okay. So back to what we're talking about. Okay. So this was the original and it had this really weird well, it wasn't weird. It just matched the artwork, but I didn't like how it came out. So I just thought it was like a weird interruption in there. Didn't like it. So what I did is we came over here and I fixed it and I just made it that shading thing. In my opinion, this looks better. And since this is my work, that's what we're going with. Other things that I didn't like is I did not care for this little tiny bulge in the U sticking out, and I made sure to fix that, and now it's not so obvious. Oh, but I still need to fix that. What the heck? I thought oh, this was on this side too, right? Yeah, I'm not enjoying that. I'm gonna see what's going on there. But other than that, okay, so things I need to fix. I said I didn't like this. Oh, I didn't like this thing. All right, now let's get back in and change it. I also didn't like how thin this is right here. So we're going to edit that now. So let's mosey back on over. All right, going back to the judgment. The judgment. Okay. So things I said I didn't like this. I'm just gonna merge these together. It's just whatever. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't want to, but guess what? We're doing now. Curve it out, girl. Make it rain. Make it rain. Okay. All right. Let's add in the fix that. Ugh, doesn't look as drippy. I gotta fix that because I don't like it. This one. Fine. I will accept that. But now I gotta fix this guy here. All right. Oh, I gotta delete that thing. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I gotta delete that weird little teardrop. Or did I already delete it? Hold on. She's so confused. No, I didn't. Okay. Go back. Now I'm gonna guess how it lines up. Oh well. Okay, now let me reevaluate how the letter D transitions. Let's see, I guess. So let me see if I can. I'll show you guys the preview so we can like do this along together. I should be able to turn this. Can I? Yeah. All right. So you can see what I'm looking at when I'm referencing what I need to fix. Oh, no, no. You. All right. So this is what I am. There's like no room on this screen for me. Guess we'll just put it down here. Guess I'll make it smaller. This. Oh, no. I'll just put it on top of my head. There you go. Okay, that's better. Out of the way. Okay. Okay, so back to what I'm fixing. Okay, so that's my stitch out. It's what I tell when I tell you guys in videos that I quite literally have this next to me as a reference, and then I'm looking at it and fixing stuff. I'm looking at it, I'm fixing stuff. I'm looking at it, I'm fixing, looking, fixing, looking, fixing. I really do these things. I don't just tell you guys to do them. I literally do them. Okay. I'm not just like jocking your chain, okay? I gotta fix this because that was a little off seats. Okay. Oh, which means now this one's off. Thank you for the likes. I'm just like really thinking real hard. I'm gonna curve this in a little bit because I don't want it to peek out on the off chance it peeks out. Oh, I changed my mind. I think I wanted to start here. Nope, I'm gonna do this because I did this on another letter. I think it was the L. Thank you for the follow. And I'm gonna change my mind because that's what I always do. Wait, hold on, let me re-evaluate. Going here. Down. There. Up. Okay, now you're not going that way. You are going to go down, down. To start there, end up here, because now I'm going to move this in a little bit right here. And I'm going to move and do a manual center run underlay. Which now means that this has to start up here. Save. Okay. I know there's more that I got to do, so let's see what that looks like. Okay, hold on. I got to go the rest of the letter. Where does this begin? Thank you, right? You're definitely underneath. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, where's this beginning? Okay. No. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. All right, so we end there. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I fixed it. Let me just double, triple, quadruple chalk. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, that was one thing I didn't like. What else did I say? Hold on, let me look. Oh, right. I said this over here is too thin. Like, I think I should have made it bigger. Now, the only way to do that is I gotta literally blow out. I don't want to say blow the foundation, but I gotta actually move lines. Quite literally come in here and physically move the lines. And put you here. Okay. Save. That end does look a little scraggly. No, even worse. Before it, gotta come up in here. Oh, technical. There. Okay, let's make sure they don't have underlays. Oh, this does. No wonder. I gotta check that. What the heck? I made my okay. See? So you guys just know what you're doing before you start doing it, you know? I just gotta verify. All right, I'm gonna check all these little. What do you even call these? No, nothing. We want nothing on them, on any of them. Good. Because if you turn it on, to 3D, I already manually input a center run underlay, so it technically has an underlay, even though the settings say otherwise. Okay, I know better. It's not what it says there. All right, I'm gonna double check all of them. And if you want to ease it up a little bit, I could easily make this 4:2 so it's not as tight. That one definitely had them all. No. Okay, this one looks like it does. It does. And I could see that just with the 3D thing off. I could see what has more than it's not supposed to. All should be good. But this one, I think. Oh, I already did 4:2. Okay, never mind. The thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna make this. You literally. It's literally you. Blow it out because you were shrinking a little much. Okay, they're pulling away from each other just a tad. Okay, now. That's all she wrote, folks. So those were only edits for this one. So, what I would do now is let me select all of them, and I will make it all the one color. Just black. Save it. And y'all can expect to have this as a free download from me. Remember, only download this if you are prepared to be in the club. Okay? Because in this club, you have to get the inside joke. And the inside joke was that I was inspired by a felon one time when I was at work in the courthouse, and he wore an Only God Can Judge Me t-shirt to his sentencing day. I've never forgotten that t-shirt. So this is like our little inside joke. No one will understand why we're even doing this. So y'all can find that from, I'll be doing that also. This will be for freezies. And remember, this was like, it'll probably be available 8 by 9 by 8, 7. I don't know if I'm gonna go 5 by 7. 6 by 10. Oh, and let me show you how I would do that. Okay, actually, let's just show you how to do that, okay? Okay, so this one's the 8, 9, or 9 by, is it 9 by 8 or 9? Which one goes first? Ah, who knows? Hi, how you doing, Pam? All right, wham, bam, thank you, Pam. All right, sorry, my caffeine's kicking in. All right, so I'm going to now hide this one. Okay, and now we're gonna work on this one here. Like when I tell you guys that I don't think that people resize stuff for whatever's going on at the size you're stitching it out. I think they literally just like shrink it down. So like this would probably be 6 by 10. Okay, so now I'm gonna change my hoop size. Oh, duh. Okay, it already is. Oh, it fits. Well, then it doesn't matter. Hold on. Then I need to try something. What's smaller than that? 5x7? Wait, what's 7x12? No, five. Okay, hold on. Just kidding. Okay. Chill out. Chill out. Yeah, this will work for sure. Z's. Okay. Yeah, so I would have changed this. So the 6x10 fits in a 9x8. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Why didn't I already know that? See, this is what I think they do to you guys when they sell you shit on Etsy. I think they literally just do this and then they will quite literally like shrink it down till it fits, you know, like this. And they're like, "Oh, great, it's done." And then then they wonder why, you know, then they offer like 16 different sizes and then people wonder why it doesn't run the same at every size. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am actually going to go through it. Um I'll change the hoop back to what I had it at, which is my 9x8. It's my most popular size for my machine. All right, just turn the hoop off. I just needed that for reference, okay? I'm going to save. And now, hold on, once it's done thinking, because, you know, she's got to think a bit. All right, now I'm going to come in here and I'm actually going to change, again, I'm going to change the color because this is just really hard to see this. Black's kind of hard to see sometimes, so I'm just going to make it lighter. All right, and now I'm going to go through everything and make sure that the settings are good because a lot of the times all that happens is when you shrink stuff down, sometimes it doesn't keep the same thickness or, you know, it doesn't have the same stitch length. Blah, 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 blah. You got to make sure that shit's the same, okay? Got to make sure it's all good. So I will be doing that. Okay, I'm gonna go through and inside of Stitch Artists, I will. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm telling you. I don't know how these people tell you. Oh, hey, $8. I'll turn around your custom design in an hour. Oh, and in 4 different sizes. Get out of town. The hell you are. Okay, so now that I know that this is smaller, I am gonna adjust for this and loosen up. I'm gonna loosen that up. And because this is I guess it's all right, but I'm definitely going to work on these. Oh, that one's already 4 or 5, so that's good. I'm going to go through the list. No, you're going to be different. We can do it 12 for you. No. Don't do that. Don't start from scratch. So what I'm doing is okay. So first of all, whatever your intention is for like the original size, which for me is I love working at a 9x8. Great for t-shirts for me, okay? Because I make this stuff for myself, okay? I'm not selling it. So for me, that's my perfect stuff. It fits all of my apparel. So I start there. Always scale, always start digitizing to scale. Now, when you're going to do something like offer multiple sizes, or maybe do something like Mommy and Me, or like Big Sister, Little Sister, I don't know, whatever, where they're gotta match, but it's different sizes. No, don't start from scratch. What you need to do is you need to consider the fact that you just shrunk it down, and then you need to go through and pretty much just take your knowledge and fine tune it so that way you can account for the fact that it's smaller now. I know it's crazy. You just have to you have to know a lot more than you just have to know things basically. Which for me, when I'm okay, well, guess for instance, I'm doing the columns here. I know these are going to be smaller, and I already have right. Let's look at the thing here. Okay. When this right now, like I said, this is 9x8, so it's pretty big. So when I have to shrink this down so it fits in somebody's 5x7 hoop, that's a lot smaller. So I have to start thinking about how like these, well, this might be too close to the thing. These little doodads, I don't know what they're called. But these guys, okay, they're satin and they were already thin, right? They're already thin at this size. So what I need to do is I need to know that this is going to be even smaller because it's going to, right, shrink down. So in order to account for that, what I am currently doing is I am actually coming in and easing up on the satin. So the density, I'm kind of, if you had a slinky, right, it would be like real tight put together. I'm loosening up the coils a little bit because I know it's going to be small and a lot of tiny stitches in a small spot. Like we could start to get the quicksand effect. So in order to like not make tears or anything, because I'm going to assume this is going to be on a shirt because that's what I intend it to be. I am going to make sure that I just make it so that way it stitches out the best it can at a 5x7. So I'm just coming in and changing settings. I'm not redoing the whole thing. I'm just adjusting the settings. And that's the part I don't think people are doing for you guys when you buy them on the Etsy. I think they literally just shrink it and expand it to 1,000 different sizes and then, you know, assume it's going to work out. But I'm going to release these. I'm going to release some tension. I feel like, it's like when you're masseuse or something. Let me release your tension by easing up these a little bit. Okay, sorry, it's saving. It's saving. Okay. Now let's go through these ones. And I'm just clicking on it. Let's see. I could have selected them all, like, with my control button, but I'm just don't feel like it. You could though, okay? Is there a faster way to do it? Yes. Do I want to do it? No. I just want to, I don't know. I'm just weird, okay? And I want to make sure I see it with my own eyes. See, like I could do this, this. Oh, hold on, this. See, like I could do it all at one time if I want to do. All right. Other thing too is I want you guys to see this because when I shrunk it down, something happened. Okay. For reference, let's look at this. Let's look back at what we came at what it's supposed to look like. And notice that these are pretty smooth, right? I mean, like, you don't see anything. There's no weird lines between any of these holes in the lettering, okay? There's no like weird tails or anything in there, right? You don't see anything. There's nothing sticking out. Now look at what happened when I shrunk it. Do you see these little things that happened? So I tell you guys, you can't just shrink or enlarge it and just assume it's going to work out. Like I got this weird thing I got to deal with now, but I wouldn't have known that if I didn't come in, check it out, stitch it out, and fix it. I would have sold this. I'm not gonna sell it. I'd have given it away for free, and someone would have been like, "Oh my gosh, my 5x7. Why does it look so weird?" And then they'd send me an email or like tag me or like I don't know, so I made a TikTok about me. I don't know, and then I'd have been like, "Oh damn, I should have really looked at that." The only way I would know this is because now I got to come in and fix it. So now I got to get up in here and try to see if I can remedy the problem, which I think is because it's so thin. And also because of this. Oh, had to stitch it. All right, there. But I wouldn't have known that if I didn't get all up in here. See what I'm saying? We won't, and that thing with the right here too, the G. Okay, this is also telling me that there's some interesting things occurring here. So let's move this out. And I'm just moving stuff around until it tells me it's happy. There we go. Yeah, it was the angle, and sometimes it's like where the angle's at, but I also wanted to make it a little bit bigger because remember, I shrunk it down. So this lettering is going to be even thinner than this one. And this is pretty thin. It's pretty thin for a satin. Pretty fly for a white guy. Okay, so it's going to be thinner than that. So I also have to keep that in mind. Which also means that I got to check the settings now to make sure that that's all good. So let's turn it off. And now we got to do... Okay, yeah, because right now that's a lot. I also will probably change. Oh, I see it there too. You see that random little... I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little line right in here. Look. Sticking out. Don't like it. We got to fix it. But again, I wouldn't know that if I didn't come in here and like analyze things, you know? There we go. Yeah, and it's also, I gotta make it a little thicker, okay? I'm gonna blow it out a little bit because, ooh, they're gonna be skinny. This is gonna be heroin chic, you know? Back up. And then this dot too, I'm gonna make it a little bigger because it's like, why? These are gonna be also on a diet, so... Yeah, I'll probably do it for all these because they're just going to be so thin. And then I'll also change the settings for them also. Yeah, you're good. Okay. And the M, I see. All right, so we got to do this. I'm going to blow it out this way. Make this M a little emmier. I want to say that. I'll print this one out. Because this, remember, it got shrunk down, so I'm trying to adjust it so... This design is a follow-up from last week's live, and pretty much we were in Adobe Illustrator and used fonts on my computer and then exported as a PNG. And you can see that where on my channel. I'm gonna get you guys to start saying that. When somebody asks you where they can see the replay, channel. No, I'm not a fan of SVGs in here, so... Also, oh, 2 videos. Was it last week? I don't know. One video this month. Oh, there you go. On the channel. We're fancy here. Peeky out. There's also one where I talk about why I don't like SVGs, and I did a comparison of the same exact artwork, one with SVG, one with the PNG. So again, you can find that over there on them channel streets. Okay. On the tube. Sorry, we said it was a tube. All right, and you bring you out a little bit. All right, let me look. Save. Okay. Now this, can you see what I see? The letter C, literally. I gotta fix that. Once it's done thinking. All right, I'm gonna zoom in. Get back to the C. Make her a little bit more thickums. Because again, this is, I want, like, you know what I don't like when I go and I buy some design and I'm like, oh, it looks so cute. But whatever, you know, graphic they rendered or whatever they're showing me in the preview isn't even the size I'm going to stitch it at, and it looks totally different when it's smaller. And I'm like, what is this? I don't like when they don't look the same. So I try to make mine so that they look the same, just like they were shrunken down, but proportionally. Not like I just shrunk it down, got lazy, and sold it to you like that. So that's why I come back in here and I spend all this extra time. Not what I wanted. You're all I ever wanted. You're all I ever... Yeah. So tell me what to do, Drea. I am. Okay. Just exaggerating the lines a little bit. I'm eyeballing it, okay? This what's actually what's happening. I'm just eyeballing it. This too is gonna have to get a little bit done up here. Expand. That was crazy. All right. This a little smoother. All right. Back. Yes. Okay, I know. Now see, this looks. We're gonna see. I'm gonna be here for like a minute because everything's gonna bug me. So I want this pushed out a little more in the thickums, which means I gotta pull this out also, and then I gotta exaggerate like this. Oh, oh, that one's really juicy now, but I kind of like it. I don't know. I feel like I like it, but it's not exactly what the other one looks like. I kind of like that because it was like giving a difference in line thickness, but I'm doing that. All right, the U. Let's do the U inside the U. So we can easily just move this one up, and then move this one like that. Move this down a little bit. Move also. Right. Okay. All. Yeah. Okay. Now it's the G. Again, I'm doing this all by eyeballing what I feel looks not as thick. So y'all better hope my vision's good. I mean, it's free. I don't want to hear any judgments. Just kidding. All right. Oh yeah, this E's got it. You gotta work on this E. I know I worked on the other E, so I gotta work on this one also. I could have just copied and replaced, but I already committed to blowing this out by hand, so damn it. I wasn't thinking. Now you need to get a little wider. Back out. Okay, better. Okay. Gotta verify this is where I want it to jump. Jump on it. Okay, it's accounting for something that's not there, so don't worry about it. Okay. Save. So see how I had to take all that time just to do some calculations and figure out how this can also stitch out well at this size? Yeah, I don't think a lot of these people do that. And by the people I mean them people on the Etsy. Now I'm going to select all of these and change the settings because I know it's smaller and I might not need all the underlays. Okay, we're going to do some. I'm just going to do it with an edge run. I think we'll be all right because it's small. Okay. Next thing. All right. We're going to segue to Sylvia. Okay. Going to do that. All right. So, I do need to test stitch this out I'm pretty sure I have Sylvia on my machine, so we're gonna do that. And you know what? I'm just gonna keep going along this. When I get a file, what type of file do I upload into the module to see if it will stitch what correctly? You pick the one you're going to use. So like if I bought this, I would, since I have a Janome, I would have picked the JEF or the DST, depending on what I felt like I was using that day. If I had a brother machine, I'd bring in the PES or the DST. DST is universal, okay? It's like the universal blood donor, okay? All the machines can open it. So the one that you're going to use, and at the size you're going to use, right? Because if you're buying one that has different sizes. All right, let's do this. I think we're going to make Sylvia on this one because I don't feel like finding or hooping a different thing. So, oh well. It's my test anyway. Check how this angle is. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah, this one's not as fun. Sorry. All right, I'll fix it. But for now, let's put this on here. Get a hoop, and I'm only going to use one piece of stabilizer. All right, and I'm just going to continue on with the same piece, okay? Not trying to reinvent the wheel here. I'm just going to keep, look, I just keep going down the line. Look. Actually, I guess I could cut it if I really wanted to, but it's just going to be a long line. I still got a bunch to go. I could still do a lot with this. Here. Atta girl. All right, let's just get a little bit taut. That's the thing too. Is like, no, I'm not saying you should do this, okay? But I also do the half-ass hooping, so that way I know if it looks good and I didn't put in like all the good effort, like y'all should have no problems, okay? Because I always hate when I see those reviews or comments by sellers on like the essay, and they're like, "Oh, you didn't just hoop it properly. You didn't use the proper stabilizer." Okay, well, I gotta make this like Drea proof. Okay? Even when I want to do this on my laziest day, it needs to come out correctly. All right, taking this on to the machine. Come on, Sylvia. All right, let's get that secondary camera, the angle going. All right, so here's how it looks, okay? I'm gonna program my color changes. I'm gonna make oh, hello, where are you going? I'm gonna make sure that since I have a 3D portion of this, I'm gonna make sure that it stops and doesn't continue on because I need to put that I need to put that foam in before it gets going. I misspoke. I didn't save. I was still have my one from yesterday or last night. Hold on. Oh, one moment, please. Oh my god, stop talking. Okay, oh no, I only want it to be. All right. Okay, let me put this back on my jump drive. Under test. Where are you, Sylvia? Replace it. Yes. Okay. Okay, now we gotta eject it. See how far we get with this before I get fatigued for the day or hungry. Whatever happens first. All right, here we go. first thing it's going to stitch out is going to be the flame. Yeah, I was like not about flattening that out. So if it works and I didn't even just flatten it, A plus. Nothing less. I do quite literally watch it run. I just need to see it run on this flame, and then this is literally what it's like to work with me. Awesome. It's just going to repeat that same thing, so I don't need to see that one. I am going to focus on doing the rest of this while it does that. Next thing, it's going to pause for the 3D puff. God, why couldn't I get that one out? Going in with the level 2 draw with columns tool. Okay, she says she's ready for the puff. So let us go do that. The difference between 1 and 2 is what tools you get. So the way it works, much like when you played Super Mario, you can't just jump from level 1 to you can't just skip level 1 and go to level 2. You have to have level 1 in order to build on level 2. Level 1 gives you the capability to digitize, point blank period. Okay? And when you get level 2, it allows you some extra buttons. One of those being the vector button, which lets you upload SVG. Another one being the draw with columns tool. Also, travel along the edge. Or is it travel along the edge? Curved for sure. Trying to curve a fill also comes with level 2. So it's just small little things that come along with. Judge. That's really it. So it's just you unlock new features, much like if you level up in the game. But you can't have 2 without 1. It just is what it is, you know? Yeah, so maybe ask me a more like specific question. But the difference is you just get more features when you get 2. It just unlocks them. It doesn't take away anything. It just gives you more tools. Ooh, I cut it close on that one. I'm needed back at the machine. I gotta take off that foam so it can start to stitch out Sylvia. So let's do that. I'm stitching out Sylvia in white because she is the judgiest, you know what, on the block. Okay? So if it doesn't look good with white, it ain't gonna look good at all. I'm also gonna start to delete these true type font outlines. Level 2, drawing with columns tool. Going back to level 1, which is just plotting with points. All right, I will deal with the arrangement. I just want to get these little doodads out the way. So I know I have them still on the Y. Then I'm going to do more, focusing more on sequencing and things like that. So for now, we're just making shapes. Drawing with columns tool from level 2. Using drawing with columns again, it can be activated by hitting the letter C on your keyboard if you own Stitch Artist level 2 or if you've unlocked that module. All right, all the pieces have been drawn. I'm going to delete the true type font outlines. I don't need these anymore. Save, let's see all, and let's check out how it's stitching out. Let's do little updates. Ooh, it looks nice. I like it. Really excited, okay? These are both being designed for me to give away for free. And they are basically, it's just an insider thing, okay? If you know, you know. So this is my take on, because usually I say not today, Stanley, until I met someone on the internet who gave me a hard time. And I realized they inspired me to make a female version, which is Sylvia. Not today, Sylvia. I'm not going to be fighting in the comments anymore. Or I try not to, okay? So this one's for that. It's also a thing that I'm going to do. And I'll give it away for free because if you have someone like that where you're just like, not today, Sylvia, you need this on a shirt. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, and the horns are 3D puff. I don't know if you can see that. Let's look at the camera again. I don't know. It's kind of blurry, I feel. But look at this, the horn right in there. She's a 3D puff. Flames are not. They just look raised. When you say, do I think I would upgrade? I have all of it. I have level 3. So are you meaning like, why would I have level 3 or like what you mean? All right, now I'm going to work on rearranging because look, right now this is a mess. Look, jumps on. Look at that. Some people will sell you designs like that. I won't even give a free design like that. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of all these jumps. All those red dashes are jumps. So that is my job to make this better. Okay. Good question. So things that you will see that are level 3, I'll show you. It's basically pathing tools. And also that cursor that you guys see me using. Like, look, when I start to draw, see how it has that like bullseye situation? That's a precision cursor that comes with level 3. Otherwise, I only do this so you guys can track me on screen. If I took it off, this is what it looks like. You'll have to follow along this little guy over here. But that's what it looks like to draw. Unless you have level 3, you can put on your precision cursor and now you get these like fancy tools. Another one is going to be, hold on, let me get out of that because I'll show you. Well, you mainly get pathing stuff. So this will be very familiar if you are familiar with Illustrator. So let's do some instances. I have this Embrilliance outlines. I'm gonna get some circles and squares and stuff. Okay, I want to guess. So just get some different random shapes. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna show you how this works. Okay. Yes, that's a pathing tool. It does inflate. Okay, so I know it's hard to see, but this is what you get. All right. Level 3, you get all these pathing buttons. Okay, that's what you get. And depending on which one of them, different things happen. Okay, so let me delete this. We will start off with 1. Okay, so we're gonna start with this button right here. Okay, so what you have to do is select the things you would like to manipulate, the paths you would like to manipulate. Then you press that button, and what happens is you get a product of that. So depending on what it says, which this one means overlap. And if you don't know, hover over it and it'll say, see what it says, what it does. Oh, let me put it again so it goes away. Recreate object where overlapped. So that means now instead of having 2 things, I now have a 3. That was the 3rd thing. This was the product of these 2 and that button. Okay. Let's try another button. And let's see, I'll put these. I guess if you want to like really, that is an eyesore. I hate that the orange is the default, but it is. Oy. Oh, I don't know how that's any better. That also hurts my eyeballs. Okay, that's not as bad. Okay, we're gonna work with another button. See, I gotta try to aim it over here. Okay, now you got this one. Okay, we're gonna use that button. So we will select what we want to use this pathing tool. And like I said, if you go over and hover, it'll tell you this was a subtraction tool. So it's going to remove the area where they're overlapped. So when I hit this button, the product is now this. It cut that out. Cut that out. It cut that out. You cut that out. No, you cut that out. This is what happens, right? So this is the product of that button. Let's undo because I don't want to do that again. And we'll move on to another one. Sorry, I can't really see you. All right, we'll do this one now. Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to like give us a new outline. So when you hover on this one, it says recreate objects where it encompasses all the areas. So basically make one outline that outlines both of these. No middles. So we hit that button and now we get a product, which is now this. Okay. Why would that be useful if I gotta go forward. Redo, please. You could do something like say, satin border or something, right? This is what that would be good for. So like if I could make a patch that looked like this, which kind of looks like a diamond ring, but like turned on the side. You could do that with this logical like overlapping. Okay. Another thing you can do is after you have like say overlapped this, I can then, which Pam already mentioned this, is inflate that line. So new button. This one. Inflates. Okay. Inflate object. When you click on it, what do you get? A little pop-up box. It's saying, hey, cool, I'm gonna blow up this shape you just made. Tell me the dimensions by how much. And I'm saying, cool, make it by 4 millimeters. And then now look, it has a new thing. Inflation. We don't like inflation in our economy, but we like it in level 3. Yes, that's part of why I got it too. I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the things, especially when I was working on keychains. It was the easiest way to like combine all the objects and make like special shape. All right, so other things too are, you know, you can create an outline from stitches on the page. Same thing, it basically does, but this is from all the stitches on the page. Oh, that was smart. Yeah, double applique words. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now this button right here. Okay, this one says to cut an object at a break line. Okay, well, what the hell is a break line? Let's separate these. Okay, let's say I want to sever this in half. Well, I need to also use this button. Click this button. And now what you'll do is like pretend you've got yourself like a laser or a knife or something. We're going to draw or pad the line where we want it to slice, literally. Okay? So if I want to slice across like this, I will do that. Make sure that it's outside the bounds, okay? Or it's not going to slice through. Now it didn't do anything because now we have to hit the button below it to apply. And now we get 2 halves because that's what I did, right? I made them halves. So I went ahead and broke the object. So this is one thing. Okay. So these are all level. This is what you get in the padding stuff. So it's just like fun extra tools, right? And then for branching, which you also get, we went over that. I'll show you, for instance, because I don't want to make a whole letter and then have to explain. So this is branch. Donde está la biblioteca? Okay, right here. All right, these are branched. I'm gonna move this for now because it has nothing to do with that. We're gonna do a little bit of a run through, and what happens is it combines the underlay. Okay, here we go. I'm right there. So look at this. It does the underlay for all 3 of the shapes I drew because they were all individual shapes prior to starting the satin. And it does them all as though it was like one coordinated effort. All right, that's what branching does. It branches your satins. It also keeps them. The idea is that'll keep them, your lettering, from like separating. Because like instead of there having like a gap, if the underlay is combined, well, then whatever's on top should be good, right? That's the idea. Do you need it? No, I don't use it all the time. I think I only use it mainly with certain letters. Like I will use it on an M and an N. Yeah, I don't use it on all the letters. Just whenever I feel like it. But that's how to use it. All right, let's go ahead and check in on our stitches. Oh, so much better. So much better. Let me, it was worse. It was so bad last time. Okay, this is what my first S looked like last night. It's a mess. There's a lot of, it reached a stitch length limit here and it couldn't go across. So I had to make her thinner and make some adjustments. But now it's fully able to jump all the way across, which is what we want. Yay! We got to make sure that that happens for all the other letters because they're kind of thickums. It's not going to stitch out the not today portion, and that is only because I literally just I'm working on it right now. It's just testing out the thickness on the lettering for Sylvia. Oops, that was from last week. That was last week's discussion. All right, what were we doing? All right. All right, so we already hit the 3-hour mark. That was fast. Okay, so I'm gonna leave a couple minutes or so for questions. So if you're being shy, don't be shy because I'm asking you to ask me. It's like that. I want you to want me. I want you to ask me questions. Okay. Also, this one you guys will be hearing from me real soon. This one's going to be a freebie. I'm going to stitch it out on a sweatshirt for myself, and then I'll take a picture of that, and then I'll use that picture so you guys can see it on the freebies page. Drea, what's the freebies page? Oh my god, I'm so glad you asked. I would love to show you. No, but this will go. So there's actually a freebies page. Yes, there is. So there's a section for that. And this is stuff that I already have for y'all that you can just get just because. I've featured some of these on vlogs. That was a vlog. This was a vlog. This was a tutorial I did once upon a time. And then this one, I did a makeover of a bad design I bought on Etsy. And then I gave it to y'all for free so you don't have to spend your money. So it'll be in this section also when it's ready. Okay. This is where it'll be. And what will it be again? This. Okay. I'm gonna change the color though. Oh, yay. You're on top of it. You are my star. I was gonna say student. You're only my student. Hello. You're my, let me think. What am I gonna call you, Pam? You're my jam, Pam. I love jam. It depends on what you want to do. I would say that anybody can have level 1, Stitch Artist level 1 just fine if you want to be a beginner digitizer. And it's enough to keep you busy until you're ready for level 2. Okay, it will keep you busy learning how to use it. If you want to do stuff like where I showed you guys how we can have multiple, say, patches on one larger hoop, but you want multiples of the same thing and you want them to stitch out efficiently and color sorting them. Oh, my dog. I know. He was biting my toes. He's trying to tell me, oh, it's time to get off. It's been 3 hours. I know. I'm answering questions. Somebody tell Frankie to get it under control. Okay. If you wanted to do that, you would definitely need essentials. If you want to do it the easy way, you'll need essentials and enthusiasts. Depends how much money you want to be spending. Okay. If y'all would, oh, thanks. I'm surprised he's quiet. He usually interrupts the show at some point because he's barking at the Amazon driver. Literally, he sees that Amazon van just drive by. They don't have to stop at my house because they almost always stop at my house, but they just gotta drive by, and he knows what the van looks like. He sees the top of the Amazon van, and he loses his mind. So, yeah. But anyways, oh yes, if you guys would like to, oh my god, he's doing it again. I guess he needs to eat or something. I don't know. Maybe it was a treat. He already ate this morning. If y'all want to buy anything at all from Embrilliance, I am an affiliate. Okay, I use those funds to justify sitting here and doing these lives once a week. Also, you can find the replays over on my channel on the tube streets. Okay. I'll leave room for any other questions, and then that is gonna be it for me. Let's check in real quick on our Sylvia. Okay. Yeah, it was good enough. Good enough. I was worried that that eye was going to be too wide. Thank you. You too. Pam, my jam. All right. Turn that one off. Okay. Well, getting off. Okay. Come back next week. Because I'm about to get off. That's going to take me like forever to talk about. Hold on. I already have one little piggy. Hold on. Let me get my piggy notes, okay? I'll use a different color this time. All right, so come. Oh, it's this. Okay. Okay, now I gotta do. Yeah, because that one's gonna take me too long. I'm too hangry for that. So we'll do 3. I gotta find something too. I feel like we've talked about hats on a different live. I couldn't tell you which one. It was sometime last year. But they have their own rules. Okay. But I did go there is a live about that. Rules for, and I'll just tell them real quick in general cuz no. I'm trying to be here all day. I mean, I would be here all day, but then like I have a life. Okay. So hats. Things to know about hats. What hat are you going to use? Some have a seam. The trucker hats do not. Is it a panel hat? What's the situation with the hat? Okay, because you need to know that. Because you have to try to avoid the seam. And then also, I don't have a hat, but also along that seam, it gets thicker because, you know, it's a seam. If you know how to sew, you understand that there's going to be extra fabric there because it's kind of folded onto itself, so it gets extra thick along that seam of the cap. You got to account for that because you don't want to break needles. Other thing too, it's good to center out on hats, and whenever you start to either like fill or run a satin or kind of do any of that sort of stitching, you need to work from the bill up. You got to push it outwards. You cannot say start your satin at like the top of the letter I and go down towards the bill. That will literally cause you a bubble along the bill. Also, learning about global underlays helps with hats too. Yeah, it's just things you gotta know. So that's that. I don't make long length tutorials anymore. I just essentially use this as my like recording time. So like when I come here on live, I record it and repost it. So it's also easier for me because before people were paying me for them, so I could justify editing a video for 8 hours because I was getting paid, right? I'm just doing the Lord's work now, and I'm going off of my commissions. I put a note on my little piggy here. Okay. 3D puff with level 1. Oh. So next time. It's in my notebook for next week. So next Thursday. Unless on a whim I come earlier. But if I do come earlier, just always know you can check me out on my channel. And know that you can look there. I just come in the morning. I don't even know what time it is for you guys. I'm in Arizona. It's morning for me. Right now it's gonna be 1. So I come in the morning. If I get a chance, I could, you know, I do spontaneous lives at times. But just know, okay. Oh, so you're way ahead of me. So I'm getting on when it's like noon for you, because I usually get on around 9 or 9:30 for me. So around your lunch time, probably. If I ever do a spontaneous live, don't worry, the replay will always be on my channel. So if you ever are wondering, did I miss something, or was she live and I had no clue, check out the channel. Okay. Oh, sorry, Thursday. Did I say Tuesday? Shit, I meant Thursday. Thursday, girl. Thursday. Don't be tempting me to come on Tuesday, okay? Probably have to do chores that day. All right. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Hope it's great. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope everybody's warm. Stay warm, okay? Even my toes be cold, and I'm in the desert. So we'll catch you all next week. And until next time, friends, bye.